Hallo, assalamu alaikum, good morning, khushamdi, ji ayanu, goeiemorgen.
Bakhair agale, ni hao, tunashume, washmale, ohio gozaimes, guten morgen, hola, bonjour, privyet, kaifahal, hale shuma chutore, ahlan masalan, marhaba, buna, mucho, gracias, suavio, and a very amazing good morning to everybody who's tuned into PTV1 and are watching WOD this morning alongside the very fantastic, the very energetic, the very still studying, still student, Shiza Hashmi and Shahzad Khan. Hello Shiza, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you for asking. And yes, while I'm still a student, tomorrow onward I'm not going to be a student anymore, and I'm so relieved about that.
Are you dropping out?
It's my only last exam tomorrow,
Wow,
finally.
congratulations.
Thank you so much, man. I feel like, this was such a long thing that carried on for almost... It actually did for 1.5 years, but it feels so long, and I'm finally going to be over it.
Well, and that's great as well. But so if you don't mind, would you mind sharing your CGPA with all of us today?
Are you sure you want me to do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
It's 3.89.
3.89? Really? Wow, that's superb, yeah. That's honestly
But
super.
I'll be honest, I just feel like it's a little easier to get a good GPA in masters as compared to bachelors.
Really?
Yeah.
But I thought that it'll be rather difficult.
Or maybe I'm good, I can't say.
Yeah, you are good because for all of those people I know who've actually graduated from NUS, they say that NUS really does not give you that kind of scores. But if you've managed to do that, yes, a big round of applause for you. And yes, for everybody out there who was actually constantly supporting you so that you can fulfill your dreams with education, with television and everything other than that, which is me.
Yeah, of course, you are a major
But
support
yes, I
system.
think that's great. But today, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are actually taking advantage of the opportunity and trying to highlight the importance of art in our life, and not just that, how people have made sure that they're going to raise their concerns, raise their voices about all of the meannesses which actually exist within the society through their art.
Absolutely, and we are definitely going to do that. And Shahzad, when you speak of art, okay, so this is a sort of a question. So when you were young, I do know that you always wanted to be a pilot, but there are some times when you feel like, I wish I had this talent. So for example, when I didn't know how to swim, I was so desperate to learn swimming, I don't know why. And then when I learned swimming, I was so desperate to sing, which till date, I cannot. So is there something art-wise that you always wanted to do? Maybe you wanted to be a great painter, maybe you wanted to be a great musician, play an instrument or something.
Yep.
What? Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I'm asking.
I'm just kind of gathering myself because this is one thing which I have not been able to do so far. Even though that my music video is in the making, ladies and gentlemen, that's the best news. I've made a song for myself, but I'm still not very sure whether I'm a singer or not. So I'm a rapper. I always wanted to be a singer, and I always wanted to be a good one, and I can actually imagine myself, singing songs and being romantic and whatnot and all of that.
And you have that rock star attitude as well.
Oh, I don't know, but yeah, if you say so, I will. I think that it's
Take
a
the
good
compliment.
Yes, I'm going to take it. But yes, there was this one thing, and that I always wanted to be a singer. But since nobody in our family actually was a singer, and nobody appreciated the very fact that if somebody wanted to be a singer within the family, so I think that early on, if my parents thought about getting me a teacher or a tutor who could actually teach me singing, I think I would have been a singer, because I've had the kind of vocals जिसमें बहुत दर्द होता है. Still, whatever I sing, दर्द ही होता है.
It's so painful.
So that's what it is. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, but there's one thing, and that's the message for today, and that is that there is nothing stopping you. It's always you who's actually have had barriers in their head. So ladies and gentlemen, I've made sure that I've recorded a song. Now I'm on to my music video. It will be out soon as well. So I'm fulfilling my dream. My producer in my ear is actually saying that, why don't you sing us a song? But today is not the day when we sing our songs, because of the fact, ladies and gentlemen, that we have some beautiful artists over here. They're here to share their songs. They're here to share their visual arts, and quite a lot as well. Other than that.
Yes, so I think we shall definitely just get on to the introductions over here. First of all, we have a very young, a very talented visual artist who, of course, started with painting and everything. She told me what your major was. It was something along the lines of communication, and I'll ask her definitely. So, well, we have a visual artist with us from the mountains, not to forget. Muska Sattar Durrani, a very unique name. Assalamu alaikum, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
How does it feel to be on the show?
It feels good. It's good. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Okay,
Thank
so
you very
we
much
have
for joining us as well. And not just that, ladies and gentlemen, there's one thing which I really need to tell you, and that is that for me, it took me 3 decades to make sure that, okay, I'm going to sing finally, to gain that confidence and whatnot. But ladies and gentlemen, for all of those people who have been gifted with this talent and who've never given it a try, now today we are actually going to share a success story where this lady, made sure that no matter what happens, no matter what kind of responsibilities she needs to fulfill, that she's going to fulfill her dream of being a singer, and that too a good one as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very lucky that we've actually been joined by Miss Mona Kamal over here in the studios. Hello, assalamu alaikum, good morning.
Good morning, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum
Thank you for
assalam.
inviting me over to your show.
It's our
And
pleasure.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing, and I'm very happy.
And
to
thank
be
you
here.
very much for
Yes.
joining us. And not just that, ladies and gentlemen, the best part is that she actually happens to be a teacher at the exact same school where my daughter goes as well. And that's how we met in the first place. Hey, you remember me? Yes, I remember you. And which is wonderful. So thank you very much for joining us. It's wonderful to have you. But one by one, we would love to know about your journeys in the first place, and then probably ask about the kind of art or the work you're doing.
Yeah.
Muska.
Let's begin with you, Muska, but please let us know what Muska means. It's
Yeah, I was
such a
about to
beautiful
say
name.
that.
So I'm a Pathan.
Okay.
Okay.
So Muska
Barabar.
Muska basically means muskurahat, smile in Pashto.
Sorry, what?
Smile.
Smile.
In
Muska.
Pashto. Yeah.
Oh, Muskahat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And also Muska is a constellation in the sky
Yes.
as well.
Oh, beautiful. That's just beautiful.
Which is great.
So now
Your
you let
journey.
me know what your major was. You already did. Sorry.
Communication design.
Communication design. What does that
Basically,
entail?
communication design combines all of the things that have communication in them.
Right.
Art materials, whether that's videography, art direction,
Ad
digital
campaigns,
works,
everything.
whatever. So it's all digital things in one place.
Got it.
So yeah, I'm doing a lot of things in one place.
All
digital
right.
things
So
in one
now,
place.
if we were to actually put a finger on one thing, we would call you a visual artist.
Yeah.
Does that mean you make digital paintings?
Yeah,
Or does
I do.
that mean you're a curator? Let us know everything.
I because I majored in communication design and I minored in painting and photography. So I have specific things that I'm keeping for each field. For my communication design, I do videographies and I do posters and all, digital paintings and all that. For my painting, I specifically focus on oil paintings and landscapes and all that. And for my photography, I use that as a method to tell stories of whenever I'm traveling, connecting people and whatnot.
Which is
That's
great,
nice.
which
I
is
mean-
great, and it is superb too as well. But I have a question for you, and that is that just a day before yesterday, I actually witnessed my niece, who's actually 14 or 15 years old. She was doing some digital art over her iPad, and she was filling in colors and whatnot. And I thought to myself that for all of those people who actually had to fill in colors onto the canvases, larger canvases, it was a difficult task. But
Yeah.
with digitalization, I think that your job is easier
Yeah,
now.
I think so. But the thing
I
is,
don't think so. Sorry, of course you can answer that, but I have to add over here.
But she
I've
said
been-
she thinks so,
Yeah, of course she can answer that. I'm saying I've been yearning to learn this as well, but it's not just
Yeah, but
filling
it's
in the
not
color.
easy.
You
Yeah,
have to draw.
exactly.
It requires a lot of precision, and I think only artists can do that. And of course now we can
the
have your
only
answer.
plus point when digital painting is that you have a Control Z option that you can undo.
Undo.
That's the only plus point. Other than that, the details and the time it's
No, but
you spend.
what I witnessed over there was that that she actually outlined a box,
Yeah.
and she then just with the tap of the pen, the
Yeah,
color was
yeah,
done.
that's the thing. The filling is like it's not as time consuming. If I was to make that painting on a canvas, it would take me along like 11 hours. But it's 4 hours in a digital painting.
Yeah.
So I think that the time is
Exactly, that's great. And in no way I'm trying to say that that the people who actually used to do it in canvas were better than visual artists.
Yeah.
That's not what we are doing
It's
over
just
here.
different.
But just for the understanding of what visual art is, that's what we're trying to tell people over here as well. But do you think that you as a visual artist, what you do on your tablet or on your computer, you can replicate it onto the canvas as well with the same precision?
I've done that in my photographies and all that
Okay.
too. So I mostly use my own photographies as reference.
Oh.
So I first, if I'm doing something digital, when you're doing something digital, you have to make a rough sketch and a rough painting of that in real life.
Exactly.
And then you scan that into the computer and paint over it. So I think you could do both of them.
Wow. So pretty much you're an artist. I think that would be that's us doing justice with the kind of art she's doing, ladies and gentlemen. But let me move on to Miss Mona. Miss Mona, I hope that you're not feeling the way we feel when we are actually appearing in a parent-teacher meeting, sitting in front of the teachers, be like, yes ma'am, what do you have to say about our kid? Do you feel the same in the first place?
Yes, I do.
Okay, yes,
Of course
I do.
I do.
So I think it's our responsibility to make you comfortable. Just
Okay.
think that this is your TV lounge with 2-3 more extra television, and 2-3 more men extra within the TV lounge, which
Yeah,
is
just
great.
working.
Because we cannot work अगर हमारे ये amazing किस्म के cameraman ना हो हमारे साथ, which is great.
Okay.
But for you to be a singer didn't start very early at your age. So when did you actually started to sing?
Okay.
And then when did you realize, okay, you know, I need to be out there, I need to be on a platform, and I need to share this talent with other people?
Okay, actually, this part of my life, singing, it started way early.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the other. Yeah, as
Yeah.
you said, it didn't. It actually did.
Yeah. Okay.
So I started at the age of 6. I was in school, and you know, we used to have music teachers, and they would prepare us for songs. And I remember at the age of 6 there was an inter-school competition.
Alright.
Okay, and it was 52 schools competition
Wow.
in Lahore. And I was, you know, my music teacher, who I very, you know, vividly remember him. His name was Sir Mehfooz Khokar, and he prepared me for a ghazal at that time at the age of 6.
At 6?
Yeah.
Did you even know what a ghazal is?
No, I did not know that, but he also made me learn some hand movements with it, and I did it, and I performed it in Liaquat Memorial Hall in Lahore.
Wow.
So, and I also got the first prize in singing at that time.
Wow.
It was graced by some Chief Minister of Punjab at that time. So, you know, we were awarded, and I got the first prize in singing.
Yeah.
There, my journey started from there at the age of 6.
And it's great, but the sole reason why I said that you actually, you know, decided to share it with people at a later stage, which is why
yes.
for the very first time that you're on television as a singer now.
Absolutely.
So let's see whether you deserve a first prize or the second. Let's do that today for all our viewers who are out there, ladies and gentlemen. We're keeping it cute and a little light today as well, but let's see what Miss Mona has to share with the rest of the world.
Okay.
Let's do this, and I like
You're
this
already-
mic idea as well.
Right, you're
so
already
lovely.
giving us like a very melodious vibe, so
Yeah.
just hit it.
Really? Okay.
Let's do this. I think early in the morning I actually have to listen
Connectivity.
to the songs which I like the most. But for people who can actually sing, they can sing the songs which they like the most.
Such a blessing,
Wow,
right?
yeah.
I mean, imagine doing that.
Wow.
I cannot.
And I think I'm in love with China for producing such amazing mics and products as well. Wonderful, ladies and gentlemen, not just wonderful, I think that it actually set the vibe for today as well. And I think that I'm going to spend the happiest day today because the kind of performance she's put up, I think was
Right.
wonderful. And I've got another surprise as well, that it's not just Mona today over here, ladies and gentlemen, who can sing. Even Maska can sing.
wow. Oh my
Because she was actually singing along her as well. And I think
No,
I think that's one thing that we're going to give it a try as well. You're an artist yourself as well,
No, but
and
I'm
that's
a bad-
karaoke. Yeah, we can do that. Anybody
I'm
can
a
do
very,
that.
I'm a very bad singer.
Okay, let's try. Let's give it a try.
no,
Let's give it a try.
Trust me, trust me.
No, we can
All
do
right,
that.
we'll get to that, of course. But let me warn you, Muska, you know, Shazad does that and he will make sure that you end up singing as well.
No, but she can sing. I'm telling you, she
Yeah,
can sing.
okay, we'll definitely make sure that you sing right after the break. But I have a question for you, Muska. And by the way, Mona, this was so beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank
and you know,
you.
more than, of course, your melodious voice, your attitude towards singing,
Your
it was
expressions, you know, your body language,
It was
everything
amazing.
was.
You know, you have to feel music if you want to sing well. because
Right,
it's all
and it
about
showed you were
music
feeling
flows
it.
within me, so I feel that
Yeah.
feeling is very important.
wow.
Yeah,
You
it
need
was
to feel
it was beautiful, and actually to see you like this as well.
you.
But now, Muska, you know, I hear that you voluntarily teach as well.
Yeah.
Let me know what inspires you to do so first of all. And are you teaching well street kids, let's say, or people who are underprivileged, do not have the right or opportunity to study?
Yeah, because I feel that I'm very privileged in
Yeah.
a lot of manners.
Of course.
And I feel like it's my duty to give the knowledge I have to people and not charge them for it.
Yeah.
Especially to those who are not privileged enough. So
Right.
Bradri Foundation is a foundation in my mother's village. And my mother's village is so high up, there are no signals there. There's
Where is
only
it?
one tower in Chinja. It's above Haripur. It's
Okay.
so high in the mountains that when we're sitting in my grandfather's house, you can see Murray at the bottom and
Oh,
people
wow.
moving like ants. It's that
We'd
high
love
up.
to come.
Yeah, it's that high up. So Bradri Foundation provides primary education to girls of over 4 villages. And there's one bus that goes from 7 o'clock in the morning and they take them back at 1 o'clock. So I teach them chemistry and I teach them digital skills and physics
nice.
and stuff like that. And I teach them stuff that I didn't know, like, you know, standing up for myself and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's really
So I
nice,
do
and
that.
that's actually inspiration, I'm pretty sure, to all the women in your village as well. Now, Mona, you know, you're an educationist, right, for so many years as well. So when you say that you have a talent like this, is this your sort of a catharsis? Like, of course, when you have, let's say, such a long day at school and then back to home and so much work, and then you take an hour out, you know what, this is for myself, I'm going to sing. Is it
Okay.
so?
You know, for a couple of years, you know, I did not realize that, you know, this is where I want to be or this is what I want to do, because it just started at a very early age and it just fizzled out because with the way
a
we
long
are stepping
hiatus.
into different phases of life, we don't realize where we are moving,
Yeah.
and you know, then we of course leave the passion and anything which going inside you, you really don't realize your potential.
Exactly.
So I, you know, realized my singing potential way later
Yeah.
when, you know, I just got some time and I got this, you know, my mic, and I just started singing back.
Right.
So it was just, I related back to my childhood memories, and you know, and
it
yes,
must be
of
so
course, I
nostalgic
do
as well.
find a lot of peace in singing,
Yeah.
and this is one of my leisure times at home, and I do it over the weekends, and you know, I just put it
Which is
on, and
great.
so I did put on different musics and
And
different
I can
songs,
I
you
can
know.
already feel it as well. So very quickly, I'm going to ask you 3 questions, and you really need to be very quick on this as well.
Okay.
So whenever you are
Rapid
sad,
fire.
which song do you sing?
I
When
sing
you're very sad.
when I'm very sad.
Yeah.
I think it's मैं तेनू समझावां की.
मैं तन्नू समझावां कि
beautiful.
very nice. Do you cry along it?
Well, I
At times.
feel it
Can
a
you
lot,
cry while
Yeah.
but the tears come automatically.
Yeah, the tears come out of it. When
I
you're
think
happy,
it's the
which song do
feeling.
you listen to? What is your happy song?
I think it's all hip hop.
It's all
it
hip-hop.
can be or
Name one,
an
name
English
one.
song. Okay.
I blew him.
Ricochet. Ricochet.
All right, okay,
Yeah,
well, that's good as
I
well.
can sing
Okay,
that.
so now you're not feeling any emotion,
Yeah.
but somebody has requested you to sing a song. Which song will you sing?
Requested. Okay. अब मैं तेनू समझावां की. It's nice. Okay.
मैं तन्नू समझावां
Okay,
कि-
there is another song of Nazia Sen, because she's been my inspiration
Yeah.
all through my life.
And she's a good one.
And I also happened to meet Alamgir, Sir
Yeah,
Alamgir,
yes,
at a
yes,
very
yes.
early age.
Yeah.
Wow.
And when he listened to my song, because you know, by the time I sang that song, I was flashed on the PTV channel,
Yeah.
you know, news channel. So I had a chance to meet Sir Alamgir at a very early stage, and he listened to my ghazal at that time.
Wow.
And after listening, he said, "Oh, this girl has talent, and she would be future Nazia Sen." So Nazia Sen became my inspiration from there on.
Aw, that's so
and
sweet.
you know, I just started listening to her songs more and more.
Yeah.
So
And it's
there's
great.
another song of Nazia Sen. I can sing Nazia Sen's, you know, there's
Yeah.
a couple of
Which one is
songs. It is
Uh,
Tali De Thalle is
Disco
also very
Diwali?
beautiful,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
Dil Ki Lagi.
Dil ki lagi.
Okay, Dil Ki Lagi, I would say.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dil Ki Lagi coming to you, but after a short break, we actually need to head out towards a short break. Once we guys will come back, before Dil Ki Lagi, Muska is actually going to give it a try to singing the song as well.
Oh, wow.
We're going to make sure that we give her that confidence
Right.
during these 2-3 minutes which we get, and we will actually test. And if we see that she can sing, I think that it's your responsibility to share the talent with all of those other people, because she just said that it is my responsibility that whatever knowledge I have, I need to share it with other people. So whatever talent she has, she actually needs to share it with other people as well. We're going for a short break. Don't go anywhere, because when we guys will come back, we will actually have Dil Ki Lagi. But before that, we will have somebody who's actually going to share the talent with the rest of the world.
Stay
Let's do this.
tuned. Good morning.
Sarangi is a bowed, short-necked string instrument from subcontinent, which is used in Pakistani classical music. Its flexible tunability and its ability to produce a large play of tonal color and emotional nuance makes it unique. Carved from a single block of wood, the sarangi has a box-like shape with 3 hollow chambers called stomach, chest and brain. It's usually around 2 feet long and around 6 inches wide. It has 3 melody strings and 11 to 37 sympathetically vibrating metal strings.
Welcome back to World This Morning, ladies and gentlemen, with the very melodious today, Shahzad Khan and Shiza Hashmi. And today in the studios, we have some amazing artists over here from different arenas, but we're making sure that we bring them to the same page and make them sing.
Exactly. So, ladies and gentlemen, before heading out towards a short break, we actually told you that we're going to convince Muska if she can sing or not, which she has agreed. But now her brother has actually revealed that she's actually taking online classes for singing as well.
Riyaz.
And not just that, she's actually mentoring other people too as well. So today, ladies and gentlemen, what we are going to do is that we're actually going to request Muska to actually dedicate a song to all of those people who are the frontline warriors who are out there in the open working for everybody as well, which actually gave us and her motivation as well that she's going to do it for them. So whatever song you want to share, please go ahead quickly. Few lines.
Yeah.
Should I start?
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay. ऐसी ज़मीं और आसमां इनके सिवा जाना कहाँ, चलती रहे ये रोशनी,
चलता रहे everybody ये आरवा दिल दिल पाकिस्तान जा जा पाकिस्तान दिल दिल पाकिस्तान जा जा पाकिस्तान. Wonderfully well.
I mean, this was amazing actually. And you know what? More than your talent of singing, this shows that you're actually ready for anything that life throws in your face, which is actually a very good thing as well, right?
But now, very quickly, we actually have got hands onto the kind of visual art you've been producing over the years. So we want to share it with all our people out there. But ladies and gentlemen, very quickly, what we'll do is that since whatever pieces she has actually created, she's made sure that she's going to disseminate a message into them and incorporate a message within that visual art. So you actually have to let us know that what that particular visual art speaks about within our own society. So let's do this. Can we have the pictures, please?
Yeah, and Hassan, please play them slow so we can actually get the story as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so this I use my photography for basically storytelling. So this is Kartlang is a place in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. This is a mountain, and it's very sacred to people of Kartlang because and it's known for having ghosts and because there are scriptures there.
Oh,
yeah, in the cave, and the cave is so high up, no light works there, and you know nothing works. So that is the story of this picture.
And that you have maintained distance from the mountain.
Yeah. And the fact that it's very asymmetrical is.
It's interesting.
This is about, this is actually, I went to Mardan and they were making gur. So this is about labor basically. And
I've always been interested how gur is made.
Yeah, and they gave me some and it was really good.
Yeah, oh, that's nice.
Moving on.
So this is basically about, this is basically a song lyric on the side. It's saying we're just left for decay. Modernity has failed. Yeah, these are all my photographs.
This looks like my desktop wallpaper.
These are all my
nice.
photographs.
Wow.
And yeah, so I merged them in and made a digital poster which is about climate change.
Wow, love it.
Moving on. Are we sharing a few more? Yes.
Yeah, this is basically Zombie was a song by the Cranberries, which were an Irish rock band, and the song was dedicated to victims of bombing. So I basically wanted to highlight this life of the victims in their last moments. So basically, this is a a remembrance kind of thing for them.
This is
Beautiful.
a little scary for me.
No, but it's I mean, it's great.
But yes.
Yeah, this is for, I was with We the People, We the Arts, and this is about gender inequality that I've seen in the regions I've traveled, especially Swat.
Wow.
Let us
And we had them
know about
over
this.
on the show as well.
Yeah, I was there. Basically, the males are very dominant in Swat, in the Pakhtun culture. So the male is upright, and the fork, which was turned down and is a little old, is the females, which have a little more power. And the rusted spoon, which is completely harmless because you can't kill anybody with a spoon,
Okay.
are the transgenders that don't get any say.
So you've referred knife as
The male.
knife male. I think that's what. But yes, okay. This is how you've perceived
Yeah,
it.
my work is mostly conceptual because I think there's this thing, samajhdar ke liye ishara bhi kafi hota hai. So I have this thing that if you want to understand my work, which is conceptual, you will understand it. But if
have to be
no. But like
anybody.
even if I put it in front of you and you don't want to understand, you won't understand.
Yeah.
So I go for more conceptual things in my work.
Yeah, but the thing with this kind of art is that it is open for anyone to
Yeah,
perceive
exactly,
what they want to
exactly.
do. But I think this was beautiful when you especially explained it, because we couldn't make it, that when we talk about that particular region, I mean, the gender discrimination, gender inequalities, and I mean, the actions based on those discriminations, it's immense, and I don't think any one of us want to be there. So this was beautiful.
Exactly. So let's move on to Miss Mona over here, because Miss Mona is actually going to sing us another song.
Yeah.
Miss Mona, what are you going to sing for us
Okay,
now?
Dil Ki Lagi.
Dil Ki Lagi. Let's
Your
do this.
inspiration.
Miss Nazia Hassan, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah,
one of the
of
most
course she's
legendary pop singers of Pakistan, and back in the days, if we talk about Miss Nazia Hassan and Mr. Zohaib Hassan as well, ladies and gentlemen, these were the people who actually reshaped the arena of music within Pakistan, because before that we were only listening to ghazals and qawwalis. And after the advent of the kind of music Miss Nazia Hassan and Mr. Zohaib Hassan produced back in England, and the kind of music they brought to Pakistan was something which was all over Pakistan, and everybody is still in love with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
दिल की लगी कुछ और भी दिल को दीवाना करे, मेरी इल्तिजा है खुदा से दुआ है दो दिल जुदा ना करे हो दिल की लगी कुछ और भी दिल को दीवाना करे दीवाने दिल कैसे रहे आओ दुनिया से ये कहें जिन्हें हमसे मिलना गवारा नहीं है हमसे मिला ना करे
Love it.
हो दिल की लगी कुछ और भी दिल को दीवाना करे
Beautiful.
Love it. Absolutely
That was
love
superb. Which is why I'm actually going to ask you that for all of those people who actually want to be musicians, and now that you've decided that you're going to share your talent with other people, are you working on any of your new singles, music videos, music albums? Because that's the way forward. Because I want to see you rocking a stage. You know, thousands of people down there, and then Miss Mona cover over there. You know, Dil ki lagi, kuch aur bhi. You know, something like
yeah,
that.
actually, you know, we all, if you have a passion for singing, I'm sure, you know, everybody has a certain dream in mind, and, you know, you have a dream destination. So my dream destination has always been Coke Studio.
Yeah.
Oh,
I want to have a
wow.
break from Coke Studio.
Inshallah.
Inshallah, and I don't know how I'm going to land up there, but I surely know that for sure I'm going to be there someday.
Yeah, but I'm sorry if I'm going to share a bad news with you, but I think that I must, because the last time I heard news about Coke Studio that they weren't doing any more seasons.
Oh.
So I'm sorry about
Nescafe
that, but obviously
basement.
everybody
Yeah,
loved
Nescafe
it. I'm not sure about it, but this is something which I heard from the music fraternity, but let's see. And you know, if there was one Coke Fest and or probably, you know, other
Maybe,
Coke
yeah.
Studio kind of platforms, there will be many more as well.
Many more.
And not
yeah.
just that, you know,
Sky
with-
is the limit. I
yeah,
think passion should be there, and, you know, you can reach up
exactly,
to
but
many heights.
with YouTube, I think everybody's got a fair share of sharing their own potential.
Absolutely.
So yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, there were a lot of people, and there was a larger debate going on after the ban of PUBG that YouTube might be banned. And for all of those people who are actually going to decide about it, please make sure that you do not ruin households, because there are a lot of people whose income is actually dependent on YouTube. Please don't do that. And yeah, we really need to be alongside the rest of the countries. How can we
Absolutely.
actually progress? You know, this is not, we do not want the Korean situation over here in Pakistan where, you know, we can only breathe with our own choice. Please don't do that. You know,
Right.
it's a humble request, it's a larger platform, and it gives equal opportunity to everybody out there.
And
You know,
I
so if somebody is saying against somebody, you know, that somebody can actually say against that somebody as well. So please don't do that. You know, everybody's got equal opportunity.
No, but you know what, Shahzad, authorities do realize that, and I think this is a good time to be in Pakistan, especially as a YouTuber too, because remember the ban that we had a few years
Yeah,
ago?
yeah.
It was so bad, we had to move to Daily Motion, which was the worst. Sorry to say that as well. But you know, Ms. Tanya, who's the special advisor for digital content to the PTI as well, she said that there is no way it's going to happen because, of course, I mean, employment and so many opportunities.
Yeah.
And then PTI retweeted that, so well, it's not happening. This is a good thing. So now, Ms. Mona, you tell me, now that you know, decided to come back with your passion of singing and, you know, delve deeper into it, how's your family taking it? Are they excited about
They're
it?
very positive. They're very excited because
Yeah.
this has been over there, you know.
Yeah.
I have had a past of singing, you know, I've been singing, I've actually learned from some of the good musicians
Yep.
in the past.
Okay.
So yes, of course, everybody is very excited, and so my dad, this was my dad's dream, you know,
Aw.
that I should be pursuing it as a career, as
Yeah.
a profession. But somehow, you know, back in times it was not taken as very positively. The profession of singing was not taken as a profession.
Yeah.
Rather, we used to say that, okay, if you become a doctor or an engineer, that's the only field you have, or you will
Absolutely.
be you'll be called as a professional.
True.
But nowadays, I think talent is very much universal. It's
Exactly.
everywhere. It's just that the right move at the right time and having the right opportunity, it just clicks, you know.
Exactly, and which is wonderful. But now, the kind of question I'm going to ask you, I don't know whether I should be asking you this question or not, but I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
And please give me the benefit of doubt because I'm not aware of. Yeah, so let me ask. Let me ask the question straight away. Yeah, are you married?
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are. Yeah, thank God. You know, because my next question is: does your husband request you at times to sing him a song?
Is he fond of, I mean, I'm pretty sure he must be fond of your voice.
Yes, but I think it's more towards my family, and my parents are more supportive towards my singing.
Okay.
Not your
it's
husband?
well, he's okay. Yeah, he's okay with it. He's just okay with it.
I
Yeah.
think that's because your parents saw you singing when you were growing up as well, and they really
Yeah,
wanted you to pursue
absolutely.
it because it
Yes.
was your dream.
Exactly. But if you are to sing one song for your husband, which one will it be?
I will sing "Main Tenu Samjhawa Ki."
Which we will definitely.
Yeah, okay.
Which we will definitely listen to, but very quickly, let us just come back to. But yeah, you haven't actually answered my question completely. What about producing music albums?
I think yes, of course, that is very much there. That's why I've stepped back into it, and I truly believe that if you have a passion for something, you really gonna lead to an excelling
Yes, point.
Right.
and the career or anything. So I strongly believe that this is where I feel myself. I should be stepping into singing, back into singing, and yes, of course, I'll try to
Which is
have
great.
a
Right.
single video of mine.
And
Inshallah.
your
Inshallah.
answer actually convinces me to ask a similar question from Maska as well. That Maska, the kind of area you belong from. You mentioned there's that from your mother's village point of view,
Yeah.
you can actually see people like ants, down there in Murray, which is a little scary. But then at the same time, you've said that you were a privileged lady
Yeah.
from the kind of background you come from. So there are a lot of other ladies over there, a lot of other girls who might take inspiration from you.
Yeah.
And when you actually come from a village and then you have a bigger name for yourself, almost everybody knows you in the village.
Yeah.
So when those girls, small girls, come up to you, what do they usually say? That Maskapi humne kya sikha de?
They ask me they just, for them I'm not somebody who's too high up.
Yeah.
For them I'm the
Reachable.
same old person. So it's always natural, and there's no boundary in between.
Yeah.
And that's how it should be.
Yeah, that's how it should be too. Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly.
So what do you tell them?
Mostly they ask me stuff about their lives, because they're teenagers, young girls, teenagers go through a lot of emotions.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm mostly guiding them through that, or guiding them through some knowledge, or learning something. Currently I'm learning my 5th language, so I'm encouraging
is?
Chinese.
Wow.
And let us know what the other four are.
I can speak English, Pashto, Urdu, Korean, and I used to know Spanish and Italian too, but I forgot them.
Korean?
Yeah.
I mean, how
It's
Korean?
interesting.
It is very interesting.
The thing is, the Pashtun culture is very related to the Korean culture, but they're very similar.
Alright.
And I'm very into learning about different people, meeting new people, learning different cultures. So I take language as the thing, so it connects people.
Which means that I can rehearse my few sentences which I've actually learned by heart in Chinese.
No, but I'm still learning Chinese. I'm
And how
learning it.
Nina?
I'm not that good.
What about you, Nina? Is
Yeah,
what about
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Nina, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's all right, because I think that I can pretty much speak 5 or 6 languages.
Really?
You do?
Nice.
Yeah. So that needs to be Pashto, Punjabi, then Patwari, then English, then a little bit of Arabic, and then a little bit of Chinese as well.
Oh, wow.
I think I can do justice
So
to
when
that.
when I'm done, we can converse.
No, I think that we can actually converse when you're halfway there, because I'm not completely eligible to speak Chinese as well.
Right. So now, here's the question for both of you, being an artist in 2020. When you no more have to go to music labels and knock at their door, please give me a chance, or you no more have to go to publishing magazines or something. So your phone is your platform where you can actually put out anything. How are you guys utilizing that? And do you think that can be the future of you being recognized as an artist in Pakistan? Let's start with you, Mona.
Yes, absolutely. I think we have better platforms and bigger platforms now, and it's very, very accessible
More
through the
opportunities
mobile.
too,
Yes,
man.
more opportunities, and everything is accessible from your phone, from your mobiles and internet facility. So yes, digitalization has brought everything together.
Yeah.
And it's just everything has globalized.
Right,
So I
and
believe that getting onto anything or unleashing your potential at any point is very easy at this point. at
Compared to
time.
before,
Yeah.
absolutely. And you don't have to
Absolutely.
worry about anymore
No,
about
not at all.
if the music director is going to like my work or not, because you just have to put it out on the internet,
Yes,
and millions of
absolutely.
people will like it,
Wonderfully
and
explained.
some will also
Absolutely,
dislike it
yeah.
as well.
What about you?
What about you, Muska?
Well, because for music you can go to YouTube and it's a little easier. For art, it's a little different because
Instagram.
yeah, Instagram. But it's still a little different because there are a lot of artists. On Instagram, there's a big saturation in art.
Yes.
Especially in the fields of designing and art, painting.
Okay.
So you have to, make a small circle first,
Absolutely.
and then you grow on the internet in the field of art. But again, as she said, that there are a lot of opportunities now, and you can easily reach so many people. I don't have to now, even because of the lockdown, but like I can connect to so many people and tell them so many things on my Instagram.
Yeah.
Right.
And they can just respond, and they can understand.
What's
they
your
can read.
Instagram handle?
Muska Satar.
Muska Satar, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure that you follow one of the best visual artists of here in Pakistan as well. Not just that, Miss Mona, do you want to share your Instagram page? Because
Do you
are
have
a
one
star
yet?
in the
I don't
making.
have an Instagram page.
Okay,
We'll
but
have
very
no-
soon, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as she will be releasing her first music
Yes,
video
I
or
will,
audio,
surely.
she will be making her page, and we'll let you guys know as well, and we will premiere your song. Okay, so
yes.
whenever you're going to make a song, we are going to premiere it.
Thank you so
And
much.
with that, ladies and gentlemen, we would actually love to say best of luck to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for being with us. Meanwhile, you can prepare to share the last song with us, and we're going to
Okay.
do the wrap up.
Yeah.
So Shiza, go ahead. What do you want to say?
I just want to say that I'm actually so happy that I have both of these women here in the studio, especially Shazad, when you talk about young girls like Muska, to be an inspiration to teenagers and even younger girls who, in that particular age, they need someone to look up to who is actually with a good character, with a good kind of work. And if they go in the wrong direction, I mean, everything goes downhill. So you're doing an amazing job. Thank you so much for doing that.
Exactly.
And do you have to say something? Or
No,
should I
that's
just?
it, pretty
All
much.
right. So if you have anything to write to us, any feedback, any questions, write on our Facebook page with the name of
Well, this morning on your television screens down below.
in a minute or so. Yeah, on Twitter,
On Twitter, it's World This Morning without the G.
on YouTube.
On YouTube, you'll look for PTB World, and then you will type World This Morning, the most viewed show.
Absolutely. And then the repeat of this show you can catch at
5 past midnight, ladies and gentlemen. Please look after yourselves and stay blessed. 1, 2, 3.
That's so
good
not
morning.
Shazad.
Please go ahead, take away. Take it away.
So we're finally doing
Okay.
मैं तेनू
Yeah.
समझावांगी.
मैं तन्नू समझाऊंगी.
Okay.
All right. So
There it
excited.
is.
Yeah.
Okay, that's with the music.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
let's
ahead.
do
Let's do it. I like music.